Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are finally got things going. I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fighter War, and we are in the studio. Been having some issues,
Still.
man, with the internet. Having been issues with uh, some things that are hopefully going to be cleared up tomorrow as I'm going back to my original internet instead of this air stuff, whatever. That it's just definitely not working out. So. Again, now you know why I always say ish. Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pop you. Oh,
Okay.
geez, there.
Getting ready for Lions.
And oh,
See, uh-oh.
let's see. Got to get ready. Got to get everyone in their place.
Took a tumble, eh?
There we go. um, we had it scheduled. You saw in the post that we were going to go over and recap everything from the just absolutely incredible event that was this past Saturday, the 30th, in New Milford, Connecticut,
Mm-hmm.
which was the Brian Cody's Brothers and Sisters Foundation, um, which we were part of. And it was an absolutely, there's not enough words to just to describe it, except just absolutely, it was amazing. It was a true blessing to be part of it. And the original plan here was to go over everything that happened from start to finish, top to bottom, inside out, with the one and only coach, Tony Morrissey. But when we talk about how this is a never ending battle, this isn't like, okay, we did the event, we're done now, everything's good. We don't have to, worry about doing anything else now. We can sit back and relax. And there goes the internet again, man. I'm sorry, folks. It will be taken care of. But that's not how it goes. It's nonstop 24/7. And that's what's happening right now.
Anyway, if I can
Coach,
interject, Coach wants to know good, bad, what could be improved, what was like perfect, just kind of a post party summary of what was going on and what we what we thought could be improved with it. And I already have one suggestion for him, but I'll wait until he comes on.
yeah, so it's basically just going over game film.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's
That's
going
a
to
good
be.
way to say it. I like
It
that.
is basically going over the event. It was, they don't call him coach for nothing. And,
Mm-hmm.
but that being said, obviously you don't see him here right now. The reason is that man's phone never stops.
Mm-hmm.
People are constantly reaching out, just like all you guys know what I'm talking about. All the different platforms, all the different families out there, all the people that are have their own organizations. You know as well as I do, it never ends. There's
Mm-hmm.
always someone needing help, and that's why we're here. And that's Coach all day. That's Mimi all day, and it's just never ending. That's the Morrissey family all day long with
Mm-hmm.
Anna and Rick and Dave Stevens and Tito, and I mean the list goes on
Elvis
and on and on. And Elvis, and you know, like I said, the list goes on and on. Well, right before we were getting ready to go on, we received a message from Coach that something pretty serious came up, and they needed a coach.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. It just goes to show how serious this fight is, and more than that, it shows how valuable Coach is,
And how
and
devoted
all
he
of them.
is.
And I see my nephew
Oh,
Bo
there's Bo
and everyone. And
and
also, I
Adam
see
Boutine.
Adam.
Wow.
Adam,
Haven't
I
seen
just
Adam in a
want
bit.
to congratulate you. Adam just celebrated a year of sobriety. Um, I'm very proud of you, man. It's been a battle. It's been, as you know, just like everyone in here knows, it's not easy. Like I said, this is called my fight, our war. It's not called blow sunshine and smiles and rainbows up your ass. This is a tough fight, man, and you did it. You're doing it, and just keep it up, man. One step at a time, one day at a time. So, Adam, very, very proud of you, man. Um, Bo, how I feel about you, man. I love you, brother. Carrie, how you doing? The Athens, Alabama family in the house. um, but anyways, we're not sure as far as back to coach. He's going to try. He's going to do his best to pop on here. The link sent and all that stuff. I was going to thanks. Yeah, Adam, you know, it was a crazy time, brother. It was a crazy ass time, and you did it. And you know, it just goes to show you, man, that nothing's impossible in this. And how you always hear me, everyone always hears me say, besides keep fighting the good fight, you'll always hear me say, screw addiction, man, because addiction is punk ass evil. That's all it is. Addiction's a coward. It comes at us at our weakest, and not when we're ready to fight, man. And that's what happened with Adam. And I was very happy to be there, man. I'm glad that you're okay. And like I said, Adam, just very proud of you. Um, Bo, and my other nephew Casey. I don't know if you still have him working right now or not, but just remember, not everyone can be like you, man. My nephew Bo is nonstop. He is a workaholic, and you talk about another one who the day of the event. Well, actually, let's go before that. The prior to that Friday, he brought Casey to the studio in Connecticut to be a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
After working all day, like he does every day, along with Casey, they both showed up to the studio, just dead tired from busting their ass all day. Did the show. Then they had to be at at New Milford to help get this thing kicked off at 5 a.m. And Bo was there along with the rest of them, man. So I love you, man. It's just an amazing, amazing family, which I'm so honored to be a part of. Oh, we got something to show you here. And I got to move my little buddy over. We've got, hopefully you guys saw some of the pictures and videos of the event. And sorry about the voice. It's still, it's me. But after I was able to finish, after I finished my speech, Coach presented us with, this is OG's.
Yay!
And I don't know how clear that's going to be.
They get the idea.
What it is, it says, from the executive board of Brian Cody's Brothers and Sisters Foundation and all of our members, we are honored to present, and it says Lynn Barron's Hannah as a hope dealer, in appreciation for your support of our mission, dedicated service, and willingness to help our community. Keep going for a brighter tomorrow. And it was dated the 30th day of August, 2025 by I almost said the wrong name because it was, no, I almost said Tony.
Not Tony.
Tracy. Mimi.
Uh-huh.
So, and I got mine too. So what an honor to receive those from my brother Coach, who I absolutely love. Donald Blow in the house. Actually, I want to be popping some of these on. Donald. If anyone knows, it says he was running back and forth all day. Mm-hmm. And if anyone would know, it's Donald, because Donald was running back and forth all day because Donald drove 4 hours from Maine to be there. And he was, we were joking around. He was like our, boots on the ground correspondent. I mean, he really was. He was taking pictures. He was taking videos. And he, we got there. And as soon as we got there, we literally ran into Donald and we ran into Coach. And as soon as Coach saw us, it was like, okay, we got to go. He goes, we got people that want to meet you, people that you got to talk to, go over what they're doing, and take some pictures and all that good stuff. And it was like this row of tables and chairs and tents and information on each side of the road as you're walking. So there we go. We get to table and tent number one. And I didn't know what to expect. I thought it would be like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Okay, we'll be mingling and on to the next one. That's not how it happened at all. We got there and we got introduced, and some of the people knew us from watching the show, and they're talking. There it is. All of a sudden, it seemed like I don't know how much time, and because as we're talking to one, we went to start walking, and someone would like tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and someone else would come up to start talking, but didn't see us talking to someone else as we were moving forward. So we basically were like standing in the same place, and then walked a few steps to the next one, to the next, and this went on. All of a sudden, I hear Donald go, "We've made it 5 feet in an hour," because he's got that heavy Maine accent. That's all that was said. We've made it 5 feet in an hour. And I looked up at and he was damn straight. He was right. That's all we did. It took us, I think, 2 hours or so just to make it 20 feet, just because it was so nice getting to meet people, getting to share information, a ton of pictures. It was so nice. But it was classic Donald. So Donald, thank you. My cousin Anthony, I will see cousin Tony coming into town. Looking forward to see you. And also, where are you? There you are. Our brother Ryan Page. I saw your post that you had about an event that's going to be happening, and it said in 6 months, and it said something about like to have us come there. And as you guys know, man, if there's anything of event where we could attend in person, I would absolutely love the opportunity to do. I'd love to do them all, just like OG. But obviously, there's the travel and all that stuff. We both are working full time. There's a lot of things that come into play as far as that. But the more I didn't know how I was going to go because the first time I'd never, just like I never did this, I never did public speaking ever until I did. And I absolutely love it. My very first one, obviously nervous as could be. I mean, very, very nervous. Um, I fooled a lot of people because they didn't know. Well, actually, they did know it was the first one because I thanked them for the opportunity to come and speak. It was at FAN. Those of you know, I know Amber and Shenanigators know FAN and their organization. That was the first time I ever did. I was able to do my first public speaking, and yeah, I was freaking nervous, but I pulled it off. And when I told them, "Thank you so much for this honor to be able to speak to you," and I go, "And I'm sorry," and they all kind of just like, "What?" And I go, "You guys are my first speaking engagement, so bear with me." I go, "Be gentle." So, and I tell you what, it went great. And then we were in Alabama and then here. So, I mean, the one thing I found out is just like doing shows, I absolutely love it. So any of these events that we're able to get to, whether they're local here in Detroit or if they're out of state, if we can do it, we definitely want to be there. And especially, just to be there to participate, but, to have the honor of speaking, I would love to share my story. So Ryan, all this is going back to the post that we saw, that you posted about something coming up in 6 months. So I did send you back something. Send me or send OG the information basically what it is, where it is, and all that stuff. Because
At least what state is
yeah,
it in?
yeah,
How
because
about let's start with what state?
where are we going?
What hemisphere?
Yeah. So please hit up OG and so we could find out what, where, when, and all that stuff. Because definitely would love to be part of it with you and the rest of the family. Let's see. Don't like it. Don't like it unless Uncle Tony tells me I gotta speak.
But you
Hey,
did
oh.
well. Well, I mean, on the program, you did well.
Oh, you know, Bo,
Yeah.
you did incredible,
Yeah.
man.
You're better than you know.
I tell you, it was well, just like everything in life. Everything we do. It's there's a first time for everything, and I had no clue that I would ever be doing this. I've said before, it was probably about 20 plus years ago at work. I had to do a very 10-minute in service at work. And these were people that I've known. I mean, buddies, they were friends, just buddies of mine. And there was like two or three of them. Then all of a sudden there's like a couple more. So there's maybe 5 guys that I've known. And it went from just sitting around to Doc Klein wanted me to stand up and just to help do this. And there was just something about it. When I stood up and got in front of my buddies, I just lost it, man. I had like an anxiety attack. I started hyperventilating. I'm like, thank God I don't ever have to do this shit. And then like just watching people get interviewed, I'm like, there's no way. And now you can't shut me up. And no, right now there's people going, God, I wish he was like that, so we don't have to hear his ass. But Bo, you were freaking incredible, man. The way you brought everything out and explained it was incredible, especially when you're talking about things that are so painful, traumatic to deal with. So I love you, nephew, man. Lori is in the house.
Lori's in the house.
So it's good to see Lori.
My allergies. Oof.
Yes. If you see OG leave the screen, it's because she's like picking her nose and shit. So that's why I click her off. So if she's suddenly gone, it's because she's got a booger on her finger.
Thank you very much.
So just letting everyone know. So if you see her going like this,
too much information.
Flinging somewhere. But anyway, so that's the long and short of it as far as why you don't see Coach right now.
Because he's doing what he does best, helping somebody in crisis.
Yeah, he's now I'm gonna just try to share this out there.
Let me see if I see a message from him.
Yeah, so we're just checking because we did
Not yet.
We did reach out to him just to let him know, man, hey, this is what you do. This is what we all do. But what we can do, what Donald can do, what Bo can do, anyone else who was at the event is give their input. Bo, I mean, tell us what you think, man, as far as how things went. Why don't you give if you're still there?
Donald's still there.
No, it's Bo.
Oh, Bo.
So as far as because you were there from at
morning
the race,
till night,
just like Donald was. They were there as soon as the 5K started. So Donald and Bo, man, just chime in with some posts on what were some of the highlights that really got your attention. And
can you send Bo a link?
I could try. You still there, Bo? Let us know, man. But and there's Donald, man. Don't eat it.
We keep talking about blowing my nose.
Oh, oh, Donald.
Yeah, Donald doesn't miss a trick,
What was Bo
said for the 5K, we had about 250 to 300 runners. This may have been the best year for that. But he can't hop on currently anyway, so he actually was listening. All right, Bo.
You know what? I cannot. Do you remember the lady's name that was one of the first stops that she was part of the running? She was when we first got there. Coach was talking to her, a short lady. She was been
Yeah,
there.
I remember talking
I
to her.
can't
Yeah.
remember her name, but she was the one I think doing the speech before the 5K, and she was talking about it, and she said the same thing that Bo just said, that every year, just the
It's
way
better and
things are
better.
growing, just word of mouth, and it was well, first of all, it was a beautiful day.
Oh, weather was perfect.
It was a beautiful day, and Miss Donna, there you go, Bo to the rescue. Um, Miss Donna was part of doing a speech, which I missed most of it.
Hmm.
But Donald is the one that caught it. So thank you, Donald. And when we were talking to her about the run, she was saying how it was, and there's Donald again, man. Um, she was saying how just the participation, the involvement, of course, with all of us,
Hmm.
that have platforms and the programs that we have, but it was the community in a whole that came out. Connecticut showed up and they showed out, man. You guys were incredible.
Hmm.
The entertainment we had, Skylar and Kayla were there.
And take a
They
look
were
what Bo said about
awesome.
the entertainment.
Huh?
Look what Bo said about the entertainment.
90% of all our music artists, they were all in long-term recovery. There you go, man.
Fabulous.
Like I said, well, not Kayla, but Skylar's told his
Hmm.
story. He was
Hmm.
actually on a guest on My Fight Our War a year. Well, I don't know if it was a year ago, but the first time, that's how we met. And this past weekend, we, besides being part of the entertainment at the event, Thursday, he was actually in studio with us in Connecticut and was a guest. It's already been released. It's already out there. So check out his
Hmm.
interview there. And here, this is very important. Bo said we had multiple outstanding speakers, including our very own Uncle Manny.
Yeah, Uncle
Yes.
May.
Yeah, and I tell you, oh, and Dave Stevens. I
Oh
tell you,
yeah.
man, he is amazing. Um, just being a part of this was such an honor. But yeah, when I was looking at the way it was set up, because Coach had, set up as far as the time, the 5K,
Hmm.
the music, the first person speaking, the next one, then that the play that they did, and he had everything. So if you wanted a specific, one that you wanted to see, and so I looked and I was, I think, the third speaker,
Hmm.
and I had to follow Dave Stevens and Steve uh,
Fusco.
Fusco,
Fusco.
yeah, who, I mean, just blew the
Woo!
roof off.
He had plenty
And it's
energy.
like, yeah, okay, no pressure, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
But I had a great time. Oh yeah, Donald. Donald was kind enough to video that as well. And it's so funny because I was watching the video that he sent me um, of me speaking. So I, you're seeing Donald's view,
Hmm.
and there was a sidewalk between where the gazebo was. But a lot of people saw what was going on and would just go around.
Hmm.
Well, not everyone did.
Mm-mm.
And sure enough, some people would just walked right by and looked, saw cameras rolling and just kind of, sup, you
Yeah.
know. And then a couple were on their bikes and just saw it and just pedaled right on through. And I think they even slowed down a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
that's the only thing that I
uh,
could say needs a little
yes,
bit of work
yes,
because the gazebo can't move, obviously. So where the
a
sidewalk is, they
barricade.
have like a barricade or
Yeah.
something, just to like remind people. People are talking, people are speaking, people are singing. You know,
But,
be
so
you know.
you're right about that,
That's the only
Donald.
thing that I could see need correction.
And in fact, I don't know if you saw that, Donald, when Dave was recording for everybody. There, that they had these one, two, was it 4 people doing a play,
Mhm.
and it was like supposed to be mom and dad and the 2 kids, and it was about addiction. And it was just 4 people and folding chairs and telling a story about addiction. Like I can't remember the name of the play, but they were awesome. Well, as they're doing this, all of a sudden there's like a little kid that's literally standing right in front of the camera, but no one's saying anything like the actors when so I thought it was
Thought it was part of the
part of the
show.
act, part of the show. Well, it wasn't. It was someone's kid who basically let him. I mean, y- Dave had to shoo him off twice, and the second time, Dave was a little not. He was a little upset because he's trying to do his thing. And don't forget, we're talking about a 7-time Emmy Award-winning producer for ESPN. He takes his shit serious, like we all do. But you don't want to piss Dave off. So he gets this kid to move again, and he saw my dad or Ma, because I heard him say, we're filming here, and the Ma goes, yeah, I know, yeah, and then it was like, here, come here,
Idiot.
and so, but Donald, you're right, and just like OG just said, the major thing for that is just barricade it, just put up, so people could just go around, no big deal.
Just one of those wooden horses kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, and that would have. But as far as anything, um, I mean, there was so much right that
Yeah.
anything that went wrong, I didn't really see anything that went
was
wrong
very, very
except for
minor.
that. But
Oh,
Danny Gibson, how you doing, Danny?
Bo also mentioned that during the event, we helped get somebody. But we helped someone get into recovery. Fabulous.
That was awesome. In fact, this one really touched me. I was up there speaking, and I don't know about other people who do public speaking, what they feel, how they do it, what their do's and don'ts are, and all that stuff. But for me, when I'm up there, what they say when you're nervous, picture everyone in their underwear, or whatever it is. So, I mean, I haven't done that, but I'm just looking around, and then I've had people say something about making eye contact with people, try to focus like on one person, like in the center, left and right. That way, like you remember to go back and forth instead of just staring in one spot. I don't have a clue, so I just go up there and just do my thing, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm up there speaking, and for some reason, I noticed this guy in the back standing up, and he looked like a big old burly biker man. He had the bandana on, the Harley shirt, and everything. And as I'm speaking, I noticed him like really engaged. He was by himself, and he kept getting a little bit closer. And certain things, he was sitting there nodding his head, like he was really involved. Afterwards, I got when we got done, walked up, and I can't remember who we were talking to. Somebody wanted to talk and get some pictures. And so we were doing that. And I remember turning around, and I heard this voice say, hey, do you have a minute? And it was this guy, Paul. And he said, listen, I just want to thank you for sharing. He said, friend of his told him about the event and saw our show, and that I'm a my history, my story, being a biker and all this stuff. So he related to that. So they told him he should come and check it out. And he just said, it really hit me. And he goes, I just want you to know that I'm celebrating today. And he goes, I'm celebrating 4 days of sobriety. And I just looked at him. I was like, man, that's great. And I gave him a hug, and all of a sudden he just lost it, and he started crying. And I mean, just it really touched him, and it really got to me. And we moved off to the side and just talked for about 10, 15 minutes. And all of a sudden I look up, and who's there? Coach. Just happened to be walking by. You talk about things that are meant to happen. Coach right there. And I'm like, Coach, I want you to meet Paul. we are celebrating 4 days of sobriety. Coach grabbed him, hugging him, just getting some backstory on him. Next thing you know, he's telling Coach's story. And I'm like, man, this guy with just his demeanor, perfect person to talk to would be
Mhm.
Rick DeVell. So I look over, there's Rick. In the meantime, with all this happening, who walks up but our guardian angel, Diane Hayes,
Yeah.
who, I was hoping to see Diane's name. Diane is our guardian angel from Connecticut, who
Mhm.
has helped us out with just numerous things. She is just incredible, just a kind-hearted person, just like everybody, and immediately, saw the need and sat there and sat with them and listened,
Yeah.
just listened.
Hmm.
And
It was a
so
beautiful thing.
so Bo, thank you for. I think that's what you're talking about, but yeah, it
If
was.
not, then we've had more than one
Yeah.
success.
Trisha Gibson, how you doing, man? Wendy, I hope we are doing good, Danny, and it's good to see you, man.
Mhm.
We definitely miss you and Katie. Caleb, I see you. Um, let's see where else.
That's it. Well, the Carrie. I don't know if you saw Carrie Barnett.
Saw Carrie
So
and
okay.
Bo, Peaceful Minds Treatment
Uh-huh.
Center, or Peace, yeah, with Anna. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Anna. She was out of town for business. What's this? About 10 vendors for a recovery zone. 40 vendors. Should shout out to Rich's Wings and Things. Rice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you. Yeah.
Been there since the beginning. Great job. They were awesome. There was, I can't remember where we got like tacos.
Yeah. It was from the
Uh,
Rice to meet you.
oh, okay. And it was great right up until my tooth fell out. Which, by the way,
Oh yeah, take a look at him.
look at that.
Went to the dentist today.
I don't want to get too close to the camera because you'll see what I look like, snaggletooth, because it's just a temporary for the bridge. So I got to spend my morning getting a tooth right in the front, right there, pulled out, and then prepped for a bridge, which basically meant grinding the shit out of the teeth and putting a temporary on until I got this now until the 18th.
Mhm.
So thank you for Doc and is it Briarwood? Shoot, I got to get their name because they're incredible here.
That sounds about right. But I don't know.
The staff there, Dr. Frank is incredible. Did a great job. Thank you for that was great. I think her name's Rachel, the assistant. She did the temporary, and they got to modify it, and it's just that a temporary. She puts it in, and they know that I do shows. So I'm talking about, I never in a million years thought I'd have to worry about what I look like on camera. And as you can see, it's like, I really don't care, man. I mean, I've been told many times, Manny, you got a face for the radio. To which I say, yes, I do. And um, so she puts the temporary in and she puts it in and she goes like this. And then she literally takes a step back and she goes, you look like Snaggletooth. And I was like, shit, you did it. So she popped it out and she goes, I'm going to spend some more time on this to shape it. And I tell you what, she did a great job. All of them, their staff there, the receptionist, Doc. I'm going to get all their names because they need to be recognized for how incredible
Well,
they
you'll
were.
see them again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I get to see them in 2 weeks. I said when they had to numb basically from here over, and the last one, it felt like my nose fell off. As soon as he ejected, I felt it was like, oh. So she said, you're going to be numb for, could be 4 or 5 hours or more. Afterwards, I'm trying to look at my tooth. So I'm trying to smile. It looked like I had a stroke. I mean, because this side was down, this side was up. So I took a picture and I sent it to OG. And she goes, oh, it looks so good. I go, I look like I had a stroke. So later it wore off. So I was able to actually see what it looked like. And like I said, it's just a temporary, but thank you guys over there for an outstanding job.
Well, they spent a lot of time for it to just be a temporary. So they, you did good.
Donald said the rice bowls were very good. Yes, they were.
That's what you had.
Um, what's Ellie? Yes, I'm going backwards now to try to see. The family looks like you had a
Uh-huh.
Trisha. It was such a
It
great
was
time.
good.
Um, it really, really was. I mean, the just the feeling. You didn't even you could when as soon as we got there, some of these events, you get a lot of people. Sometimes it could
Hmm.
seem very like just frustrating because it's cluttered, or you're doing this, doing that, you're here, you're there, and you're getting pulled in a lot of directions, which we were, but it was great. It was
Hmm.
a positive feeling. Like I kept saying, it felt like a big hug is what it felt like.
Yep.
Um, I tell you what, those four actors, they really they did a great job. It was just improv, just up there doing their thing. Everybody from all the speakers to the entertainers, like I said, we had Skylar, Kayla. I know that
There's a whole
where to
list.
go. I know Bo.
Yeah, both put
So I
together a
do,
list.
since he did that, where to go. I am gonna.
It's not on my
Uh,
phone.
here it is. KC makes music. Jordan Myers, Skylar Ray, Kayla Woe, Kayla Ray. Yes,
Hmm.
Casey makes music. Um, I tell you what, obviously everyone's heard of him, but what a nice guy, man. Coach introduced us, then Bo did, and just hey, how you doing? And as we were sitting there talking, he was asking about My Fighter War, and we were kind of just going back and forth on the platform, and obviously loved to have him part of it and do his thing. And that was it. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there.
Get group back in the picture.
There we go. And
Oh, 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 it took a tumble.
and
Woo.
uh, and all of a sudden, he comes back up. He goes, "Hey man, you mind if I sit with you?" Yeah, hell no. So he sits down and we start talking a little more to detail about My Fight Our War, our studio here in Detroit, the studio in Connecticut, what we have going on. And he goes, "I just want to know more about it." I said, "Well, about every 6 weeks we fly out to New York and we come to Connecticut and we do in studio interviews. Now we are doing like speaking engagements. Plus, there is a studio upstairs that is an actual mock setup of a jail cell that we are not only myself, but like Ian Bick, Matt Crone, and Leroy Ebron. Up there, they're doing, and whoever else that is in the studio go
Hmm.
upstairs, and they do actual skits that are on YouTube,
Did you
and
mention Bill
just
Stacks?
Huh?
Did you say
Bill
Bill Stacks?
Stacks. Yeah, Bill Stacks. He came on,
Hmm.
and me and Bill did some. But so that's another thing that we are now involved in, and which is another thing that I've never done. But I didn't say anything to Matt or Ian or these two producers, Kyreek and Dylan, who were
Hmm.
producers with Mr. Beast. So I think these guys have a little bit of clout
Yep.
working with him. So I got the honor to meet them, and I had no idea what I was doing or what I was getting myself into. So I walk in, and there's a whiteboard with all of like titles, scenarios, like scene one, scene, all these different skits. And I see Manny Vitale, inmate, Manny Vitale, CEO, man. And I was like, uh,
Oh,
what's this?
cool.
Like, oh, you're doing it. What am I doing? Oh, you'll see. And I ended up doing a bunch of skits and had a freaking riot. And now we're jumping into that. So,
He
I'm,
actually acted very well.
oh,
He did a nice job.
the fun part was me and Matt
Oh God.
when he's on the shitter. And I have a couple clips, but I want to wait until they are produced and edited because like I said, I've never done this before. And it was so cool seeing, when you see it on TV or you see it on Netflix or YouTube, it's like, oh, okay, man. I mean, we had to do the scene, which meant you got okay. If something wasn't just right, okay, your entrance point or your entrance and then your landing point, which camera you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the lighting, the microphones, this and that. So that when you turn your exit, which camera you're looking at, all of these things. And by the way, I've never done it before, so it was just like, fuck, let's just do it. And I tell you what, we had so much fun, and but it was so hot.
Yeah.
It was so
was.
hot up there. We were drenched. But the bottom line is, so now that's another thing that we are doing along with shows and interviews. So we were telling Casey about that. And he goes, man, so with his busy schedule, we are lining things up to not only have him be a guest in studio, but to also do lives with us. He's out, going to be out of town this last week and this week, or yeah, and we'll be back next week, and we're going to set up some stuff with Casey. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just a great, great time. Just so many amazing people, all with the same agenda to help.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we're not going to, because we thought we still might be able to get Coach on. He said he was going to do his best, but obviously, someone in need holds
Mm-hmm.
priority over doing this
Absolutely.
because we're going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be here Saturday. We could do a recap of this whenever Coach wants. Like I said, we're family. He can call me at
Mm-hmm.
midnight or 2 in the morning. Let's do it. I'll fire up the studio in the blink of an eye for Coach. I mean, all you guys, you know that, man. That's what family does. So
Donald wanted to point out that the people from CCAR were very knowledgeable,
oh,
and they gave out scholarships for recovery coach classes, which is very nice.
here it is right
Yep.
here. Down below. Yep, there he was C-Car. Our friend Dana.
Dana Knowlton.
Dana Knowlton was a guest on My Fight or War in our studio in Connecticut. Not only was she a guest, but the day before, wasn't it? I think it was Friday. We had her mom on,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to talk about two impact? Intense shows, interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Please go back and watch Dana's, and
Her
her
mom,
mom
Tammy,
Tammy is going to be coming out. Not exactly sure when, but
a couple of weeks. Probably.
I'll be sharing it out there. Please check it out. And also, you know what? I always, excuse me, I am not the businessman type person as far as doing this stuff. I look into a camera talking to a mic, and I know I'm supposed to be doing all this other stuff as far as asking people to subscribe and be viewers and all that stuff. And I just forget. So, but it would definitely help us out, man, if you guys could pop over to YouTube to My Fight or War and subscribe and be part
TikTok.
of the family over there. Yeah, follow us over at TikTok. And it doesn't cost a penny. But it would definitely help us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We're still trying to grow as far as our numbers over for both. And like I said, the best part is doesn't cost a thing except pushing a button. So if you haven't, please pop over to YouTube to My Fight Our War and subscribe and tell your friends and family and your family's friends and people you don't like and tell whoever it is.
They don't have to watch.
Yeah.
They just have to subscribe, and then they can forget about it.
Yes. And
it just helps get the word out. It gets the word out better.
But
the algorithm, I believe they talk about.
I haven't heard of him.
See, Trisha says she subscribes to all of them. Thank you, Trisha.
There you go, Trisha. Well, I'll tell you
You're
what.
all right, girl.
Oh, you guys are just awesome, man. You know, all of your help. Who's Danny talking about?
Oh, the singer that you were talking about.
Casey.
Yeah.
Oh man, Danny.
You said I haven't heard from him. I see you heard about him now.
Oh yeah, he man, he's good. And like I said, Jordan Meyer as well. I did not get a chance to talk with him and it really sucked because I was looking forward to we still haven't. Well, that's not true. I almost said we haven't met Woe in person, but we did
We had a
for all
whole
of
30
about 4.
seconds.
Yeah, we got there. I, he was supposed to be there earlier, but certain things happen with plans and
Mhm.
schedules. So Woe was late getting there, and by this time we already had a set time that our driver was picking us up because we had to leave and go
Leave
to
for
another event.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I hear, Manny! And I look, there comes King Handsome, man,
Yeah.
just flying. As we were walking to get into the car, screw this, man. So ran over, man, showed him some love, got a hug. He saw, pointed out OG, ran over, and that was the extent of it, man,
Yeah.
because we had to go. And that's one thing that is very, getting used to is uh, following a schedule and actually, doing these things. It's like, okay, we got to go. Well, we'll go in a little while. No, because people are expecting us at this other location. It's just very, very new to me, and
Mhm.
that's the one thing I'm trying to get used to. But we were able to see King Handsome for just a hug and a love you, man, and it was great. Just his energy
Mhm.
is contagious, and love you, Woe. And of course, with Skylar and Kayla there, and there was another singer whose name is Kayla Ray. So when they announced her, I was looking at Kayla and Skylar,
Yeah.
and the stage was behind me. That big ass fly, man.
I noticed.
And
Springtime.
all of a sudden they say, and now Kayla Ray. Well, I thought that it was,
Maybe they were introducing.
I thought
Yeah.
Cody or Coach was messing with them, just trying to be funny. And I was just like, what, is he just mess with you guys? And they're like, no, man, that's actually the girl's name. And she was awesome as well. But so that's about it, man.
Read Trisha's last statement.
You guys are the bestest ever. I can't believe tomorrow, 23 months sober, because man, Trisha,
23 months.
congratulations. 23 months
Woo!
for Trisha Gibson. Oh man. So did you tomorrow? Yep, tomorrow. So please, guys, let's let's hit up Trisha's page and just
Blow it up.
show let's blow it up with just a shit ton of family love, man, because that is awesome. Trisha was also kind enough to come on as a guest on our show and just share quite a bit, man. And thank you so much for being part of this family. That is awesome, and we are very, very proud of you. And just like all you guys, man, said it so many times that obviously, and it's with anybody, man. If it wasn't for you guys watching, if it wasn't for the participation, if it wasn't for the support and all that, there would be no My Fight or War.
Mhm.
There wouldn't be, me being able to talk about these events in Connecticut or going to New York or going to, um, all these other places because, there would be no My Fight or War.
And you wouldn't be losing your voice either.
And I wouldn't be losing my voice either. um, and the one thing is, we were supposed to be going to Florida the end of the month, but because of some other scheduling issues that came up, we are not going to be able to do that. I already talked to Nelson Rodriguez, who is the host of Honor Among Thieves. Please check out Nelson. I've been on his show twice. He's been on mine twice as well. Just an awesome guy, man. And we actually had people lined up in Florida who wanted to come on the show. So what it was original plan was to fly down there to be on his show at his new studio in Florida. And while we're there, he had guys lined up or people lined up to come on, and he was going to let me use his studio. So it's just on hold. It's not canceled permanently. It's just on hold. So Nelson, appreciate you. Love you, man. Danny Gibson, it's always great to see you, man. And tell Katie and the kids hello. And miss you guys. And glad everything's well. But other than that, we just wanted to hop on and kind of give an update because, like I said, we did say that we'd be coming on going over this, and we did post it. And Coach feels terrible, man, because he doesn't take this lightly, not being able to show up. However, when it comes to somebody
In
needing,
crisis.
just like any of us, I
Uh-huh.
mean, if it was Trisha or Danny or Ryan
Caleb or
or
Carrie,
Caleb or any of us,
Mhm, Bo.
it'd be the same thing. Bo, Casey. So that's about it, guys. Nicole Bratney, how are you? You jumped on just as we're ready to jump off because
I got to get him a cup of tea with honey.
because now I'm starting. The voices go bye bye.
Uh-huh.
But that happens too, and sometimes you start getting fired up and excited. And anytime I start talking about Coach and the Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters Foundation, you can't help but get excited.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Tony Morrissey, Mimi, Bo, Rachel, the other nephews with Jaden and Mason, Rach and Maddie, and the whole Morrissey family. It is just truly, truly an honor to have my to be part of that.
It's an awesome family.
The love is just so over the top. Just like I talk about Danny right there, Danny Gibson. Talk about him all the time. There's no limits to the people's heart and kindness and love. Just real quick, Danny Gibson, a story with him and Katie, what they did.
He's going to
Skylar,
talk until he starts to squeak.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
Skylar and Kayla did a show, and their van broke down, and they decided to go live and kind of joke about it. Well, who saw that live? Danny Gibson and his wife Katie. They offered to help, and they did more than just offer to help. They did help. Danny and Katie drove, what was it,
9 hours.
9 hours one way to help Kayla and Skylar. And don't
Gotta get
forget,
their car working.
they had to go 9 hours
Yeah.
back.
Uh-huh.
And that was that's Danny and that's Katie, and they did it like that. So to Danny and Katie and your beautiful kids, your family, love you guys. And again, it's an honor being part of this family. What's Nicole got? One more thing here. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I work the phones now doing conditioning codes for the law. Awesome. It's better commission, better hours. Well, I tell you what, Nicole, that is great. You've been busting your ass. So, congratulations. And you know what, guys, on that note, I think I do got to cut this short. So thanks again. And I love you. And depending on Coach, we'll find out. And if he is able to do it tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow. So I love you. Keep fighting a good fight. Anything?
Nope. Just have a good evening. Oh, and say hi to Groot. Bye,
And-
bye, Groot. Uh-oh. Can they see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if not,
oh my gosh.
All right. Now we can go. Love you guys.
Bye.